Where is he? Okay. Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to Conversations with Allieetoile. We are already on episode number 9, if you can believe it. I'm beyond excited with the amount of responses and comments and messages that everyone's been sending in. It warms my heart, fills my day with positivity, and I couldn't be more happy and honored to be able to share all this interesting information with all of you. So today, I want to give a big warm welcome to our lovely guest, the wonderful Mr. Maxfield Haynes, who is from Complexions, and he is joining us here in just a moment. Let's see. So yeah, when he gets here and when he gets on, we will begin. How's everyone doing, and how are we all feeling? Are we doing good? Thumbs up if we can hear. I know yesterday we had some audio trouble, so I want to make sure that that is not the case today. Let's see where he is. Maxfield, where are you? I wonder where he's at. Do I have my time correct? Today is Saturday at 11, April 4th. Yeah, it is. Well, I do not know where he is at. Let's see. Thank you to everyone who's joining us right now. I so appreciate it. I'm not so sure where our guest speaker is at the moment. Bear with me just a minute, you guys. I'm going to try and get him on here. Maybe there's a bit of a tech issue that we're dealing with. Hey guys, sorry if this is a bit boring. I'm trying to see where our guest speaker is today because he is not on right now. Hi Tessa, hi Helen. Okay. Let's see. All right, send him a message. Let's see if maybe he forgot. That's okay, we're all human. We all forget sometimes. Well, in the meantime, for those of you who are here and watching right now, I want to thank everyone who's been part of Conversations with Allieetoile so far. This has been so much fun for me, and I've been learning so much myself through this process. So, I want to hand you guys the mic for a minute, definitely, for those who have been watching, for those who have been participating in this, or maybe who have seen some of the previous episodes on YouTube. Are you guys enjoying this content? Do you guys have requests for what you want to see more? Let me know in the comments, and definitely, I want to give you guys what you want to be able to see. So, let's see. Maxfield, where are you? Such a fast typer. Oh, not as fast as my dancing, but I've had the practice now that we've been home for quite a bit. Okay. Well, I do not know where he is. Oh, that's no fun. Okay. Hi, Sean. Welcome. All right, you guys. Well, I don't know where my guest speaker is today. I don't know if maybe there's a tech issue on his side. That's why he can't get on here. But he's not here, so you guys have me today. So I guess we'll have a shortened version, but a little bit of a Conversations with Allieetoile. Why not? I really haven't spoken so much about myself. So, obviously, if you guys have been watching the series, you will have known well enough by now that it's primarily talking about the ballet industry, the culture in the world right now with what's going on with coronavirus and how that is affecting us all. not just physically with being able to dance, but of course mentally being able to cope with this and being able to move forward and keep yourselves going and doing things through this time so that we're not just existing. I think this is a time where we need to be living, we need to be thriving, and life doesn't just come to an end because we still have tomorrow to look forward to. There's still a goal to set, there's still an intention to have for your day. And I think it's so important to wake up and realize that, yeah, life isn't over if ballet is on hold. So, of course, I want to give you guys a little bit of my own perspective, and then I thought I'd share with you some interesting, fun things that I have been doing to keep myself going and to keep myself active and mentally and emotionally stimulated and all these different types of things. So yeah, I mean, to begin, I definitely want to talk about the physical part. That's hard. No matter what we do, it's just going to be hard. No matter what I can do in the studio or in my home, it's not going to be the same as what I would be doing, obviously being at home with Birmingham Royal Ballet in the studios, and until we're there, it's going to be a challenge. But what I've been doing, and I'm of the philosophy that any kind of movement is better than no movement. So this can be something as simple as going outside for 15-20 minutes and walking around your neighborhood or walking around somewhere where you live. I'm very fortunate. My parents have bikes here in Florida, and so I've actually been going on a 7-mile bike ride every single day with them. So that's been really fun. It's definitely been good for stamina to keep myself kind of in shape. And then, of course, I mean, you guys have access to amazing social media platforms. So Zoom classes, Instagram lives, Facebook lives, all these things where people are going on here and being able to offer live classes, which is actually something I have been asked to do several times. And I don't know, is that something that you guys would be interested in if we did a little bit of a ballet at home with me? I don't know. Let me know what you guys are thinking, and I would love to get your thoughts. But yeah, I don't like to do the same things every day. That's just the bottom line. I think it's important to give yourself a different scenery, you know, whether it's moving from one room in the house to another, or if it's going outside for a few minutes every day, if you have the ability to do so. So that's just a little bit physically what I've been trying to do to keep myself going. And then as far as the mental component goes, you know, I want to be upfront and honest with you guys. There was a time in my life as Allie the human, and there was a time in my career as Allie the ballerina where I have struggled with mental health and that mental or emotional well-being. Like, I want to be, you know, zero transparency here. Like, it happens to everybody, whether you're a dancer or not. It's something that we experience. It's something that we all have to go through. And it's challenging, it's hard to address, it's hard to confront that. And speaking from a place of personal experience, you know, I know just how uncomfortable that is to talk about. At least for me, it was something that I never wanted to talk about. I never wanted to bring to the attention because I only wanted people to see the best of me. I only wanted people to see the good, and I only wanted people to see me when I felt the most authentic, the most empowered version of myself. But reality, guys, we're not always going to feel like the best version of ourselves. And especially as a ballet dancer, I'm of the philosophy that we're always a work in process. And I want to, you know, I really want to emphasize the work in process or work in progress part, because it is something that, you know, we can work on every single day. That doesn't have to be just worked on in a studio. So that for me is a huge part of wanting to come on here and talk to you guys about acknowledging those things within yourself. Oh, I want to take a question here. Let's see. Someone wrote in, have you ever tried the app Calm? Is that the meditation app? I think I've seen an advertisement or two for that one before. I have personally not given that a try, but I guess why not? I'll give it a go. I don't want to say that I'm like against meditation. I'm someone who benefits from getting out those thoughts, getting out those feelings physically rather than sitting still. And I don't know, I kind of want to attribute that to being a dancer. I'm not used to like sitting still per se, but definitely like whatever helps you feel centered and balanced and find that just for a couple seconds within yourself. I mean, do it, obviously. And now's the time to experiment and try different things that work for you as well. So I've got a few more people on here, and I want to quickly say hi, welcome you guys. Today's conversation with allieetoile was supposed to be with the lovely Maxfield Haynes from Complexions, and fortunately, I don't know where he is at the moment. I've sent a couple messages. I don't know if, again, it's a tech issue or not, but he is nowhere to be found. So you guys have me for a little bit today, and I thought I'd share some personal updates with what I'm doing in this time. And of course, be able to check in with you guys and see how you're doing, what you need. Are you guys liking this series? Let me know. If you have any questions, don't be afraid and don't hesitate to type those in now. And yeah, we can chat for a little bit. I do have another guest speaker coming on here today, a little bit later though. She is going to be at 12:30 Florida time, Eastern time, which is 4:30 UK and 5:30 EU time. So stick around for that one because that one is going to be very, very exciting as well. But yeah, okay, what I've been doing to keep busy. I mean, obviously I'm with my family, so I'm constantly entertained and constantly surrounded by people who I can converse with and keep my sanity per se. And I've got my little dogs who are a handful, no pun intended, literally a handful. My little one, if you've seen him on my channel before, he's tiny, tiny, tiny. But yeah, I have been trying to cultivate my mind during this time frame. Ballet is limited with what we're able to do at home, but the possibilities are endless as far as being able to educate yourself in different aspects. I think it's incredibly important, and I think it's incredibly relevant at a time like this where if we were dancing normally with a normal schedule, maybe we don't have the time in our lives to pursue those other different activities or other different interests that we have. So I'm definitely tapping into that. I've gone as far as consider getting a real estate license, beginning some university courses and getting some different degrees going. But yeah, I think that it's important that we address the fact that in order to be the best version of ourselves as a dancer and on stage, it's not just what we do at ballet, it's not just what we do in the studio, it's the full picture. It's what does Allie do when she's not Allie the ballerina, because I think you can bring those life experiences and those life experiences into what you're dancing. I think it's an amazing thing. Someone wrote a question. Do I record myself dancing? Yes and no. It depends. It depends because basically, I don't really like to bring my phone into the studio. That's just my personal philosophy. I will acknowledge the fact that it is an amazing tool. It's an amazing resource to be able to film yourself and watch yourself and learn. So I have done that before. But overall speaking, I don't typically record myself dancing just because the whole process of setting it up and the whole process of getting a good angle and all this kind of stuff is a little bit much for me, if I'm going to be honest, which is kind of funny because now I'm vlogging, but again, that's part of what I do with BRB, so that's work related for me. I attribute that to like working. Oh, my mom is watching this. That's funny. What type of exercising are people doing besides ballet? Hi, Mom. My poor mother is laying in bed right now, still half awake. Love you. What are people doing aside from ballet? Well, yeah, I mentioned it earlier. I think it's great to be able to get outside, get some fresh air, walk around. You know that I've been walking the dogs with you, Mama, and so that's been fun. Bike riding, I think, is another amazing, amazing thing. And, someone actually wrote this into me. If I can't get access to outsides, like I only have a balcony or something like that, or windows that open, what can I do? Open the windows, definitely. Open the windows and get some fresh air, get some sunlight if you can. I mean, anything just to kind of clear your mind, clear the space. I think that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Somebody also asked me what we can do if we don't have the ability to do like jumps and we don't have the ability to engage certain muscles that we normally would dancing. I think it's really important and really relevant to think outside the box. If you want to jump on the bed. I mean, be careful. I think it would be really good, not only just to get your muscles going a little bit, but hey, it'll work on your ankle stability. You know, be careful. You guys know yourselves, and again, I'm not encouraging you to fall and injure yourselves by any means, but be smart, be creative. If you have steps in the home, you can do calf raises on the stairs. Even going up and down the stairs a few times, that's definitely going to get your heart rate going, and it'll work your legs a bit. Someone wrote in yoga. That's another good one. What else can we do? I mean, be creative with your family. If you're isolated with friends or family, I think it's an amazing idea to challenge them and maybe come up with a workout that you guys can do together. Or if there's certain workouts or stretches or exercises that you would normally be doing to prepare for your day at ballet, maybe get your family involved and see if they can do those exercises as well. If anything, you'll get a good laugh and they will get a workout as well. Yeah, I think that would be kind of fun. I mean, of course, be safe. I cannot stress enough to you guys, you got to be safe with all of this. You know, be smart, look around, look at the surface that you're on. You know, I have tile in my parents' condo right now, so obviously I'm not going to do anything that would put myself or put themselves at risk. So yeah, my mom is hijacking this video. You would be a great nurse. Thank you. Little known fact about allieetoile. If I was not a ballet dancer, I would 100% want to be in the medical field. I am an absolute nerd, geek, 100%. Like, I would want to be a cardiothoracic pediatric surgeon, which is basically a heart surgeon for babies and newborns. So that's something that interests me. Maybe people don't know that about me. But yeah, my late grandfather was a physician. One of my cousins is a nurse, a pediatric nurse. And so yeah, I've had a surgery when I was a bit younger. I've had a few surgeries in my life, and it really it definitely changed my perspective with the whole healthcare industry, not only because one of them was a surgery that changed my life and gave me back a quality of living that I didn't have before. So being able to help people, being able to provide a quality of life that maybe they're struggling or fighting for, I think that would be really an amazing thing to be able to do. And especially right now, I commend all of the doctors, nurses, healthcare staff who are fighting this coronavirus. I mean, it's insane. It is insane. We have... At Birmingham Royal Ballet, we have an amazing, amazing fan and an amazing patron who is also the creator of our fan page on Instagram, and she is actually an NHS worker as well. She's a nurse in London right now, and so she has been giving us updates from her end on what that's like, and it's so commendable what they're doing. I know if I was in the healthcare industry, I would be so weary of going into work right now. And so I just want to applaud to all of them who are putting their self in harm's way to continue to provide care for everyone at this time. I think it's amazing. Let's see, any other questions? Can I play an instrument? Okay, so I have taken some music lessons before. I have played the guitar at one point in my life. I used to take piano quite seriously. I used to go to an art school long before I started homeschooling and doing everything with the ballet. So I did play. The best thing I could do was play the waltz from Sleeping Beauty on the piano. And if you asked me to do it now, I could not do it. I've completely forgotten, but it was a great memory. And I guess my other instrument is, can I say my voice? I am by no means the next Taylor Swift, but I am definitely guilty of being a shower singer. I have taken vocal lessons before, and that was fun. I sing for my family. I never sing really in front of anybody else because it kind of makes me a little bit nervous, which everyone is like, Allie, how do you get nervous in front of people? You go on stage in front of hundreds and thousands of people and you're really exposed, vulnerable, to be fair. But yeah, something about singing, just, I don't know. I guess it's something about my voice that people don't hear my voice on stage. So maybe that's part of it as well. I'm not sure. Yay, we can do a duet. Yay, we can do a duet. Oh, I would sing with all of you guys. That would be fun sometime. My goodness. Let's see. Oh, I'm so sad, you guys. I really wish Maxfield was here because we had a really amazing conversation planned. But hopefully I'm not boring you all too much. But yeah, I mean, while I'm on here, I want to take this opportunity to talk to you guys about what do you want to see next? Who do you want to see next? Are there any certain requests? I mean, are we liking conversations with allieetoile? Do we want more? Do I need to stop it right away? Is this the biggest mistake? No, I don't think it's a mistake. I'm having fun at the very least, and hopefully you guys are learning or getting some sort of a takeaway from that as well. So yeah, I mean, I think I'll stay on for a few more minutes. But if not, I want to encourage you guys all to come back on in just exactly an hour. An hour and 8 minutes, because I'm having the wonderful Melissa Chapsky, who is a former professional dancer with the Dutch National Ballet, and she is hopefully very, very soon, when all of this craziness blows over, joining the Bayerisch Ballet in Munich. So I'm really excited to talk to her as well. I'm sure she's going to have some amazing, amazing insight for everybody to be able to enjoy. Let's see. This is so strange doing a live by myself. I so enjoy being able to talk to everybody. Well, so for those who are still watching, what do you guys want to see next? Tell me, don't be shy. I'm curious. I know that you all have something, you all have a comment. Let's hear it, let's hear it. If I was watching right now, I would want to see something funny. I think that the world needs to be given a reason to laugh and a reason to smile. So actually, I do have something very interesting that I'm going to be working on with my editor. Maybe you guys know him as James the editor. He's the guy that puts together all of my YouTube material. Can I call it YouTube material? He edits all my videos on YouTube, and he makes my awkward self look cool, or kind of cool, I hope. And so he is actually, he is very, very talented in his own right. He is, hopefully, I mean, I don't really know what's going to be happening with his university, but he is supposed to be graduating this year. And he is studying in LA, Los Angeles, and Hollywood, acting and production. And, he's studying, I got to get the exact name right. Hold on, I have it written down here, you guys. I don't want to do him an injustice by any means. He's very talented. He's kind of the mini James Corden, if you guys know who that is. Probably one of the funniest guys I know. Okay, where is it? The American Musical and Dramatic Academy, also known as AMDA, in Hollywood, California. So that is what it's called. My editor is studying there. He is a very, very talented actor. He does stand-up comedy. He does, what else? I mean, he does a little bit of everything. He does production and production and producing, that's the same thing. What am I talking about? But yeah, he's very involved in everything Hollywood per se. He does a lot in the arts, performing arts and entertainment industry, and so he is one to watch and one to look out for. And so he reached out to me because I think he's kind of bored of doing all my boring ballet vlogs. I don't know if you guys are, but he proposed the idea, why don't we collaborate? Why don't we do a funny video? Why don't we do something that can make people laugh? And so we came up with a pretty interesting idea, and that is normal people try a ballerina's at-home fitness routine. How does that sound? Give me a thumbs up if you guys think that would be interesting. And obviously, I don't want this to be negative at all. We joke all the time, or at least I joke with James. He's always like, Allie, you're not a normal person, you're a ballerina. And I was like, okay, well, you are a normal person because you're not a ballet dancer. So when we refer to normal people, it's people who don't do ballet, or at least that's how we refer to it. And so James has accepted the challenge of attempting to do some of the fitness exercises that I'm doing at home right now. So it's going to be like the coronavirus edition. And yeah, I mean, if you guys want to try this as well, it's going to be coming from his channel, and we still have yet to put any real filming together on that, but that is going to be coming soon, and hopefully at the very least you guys will have a good laugh about it. I know that one of his favorite things to do is humiliate me and do funny things to me. I mean, you've seen it in my vlogs. He makes my dogs talk to me and funny stuff like that, so hopefully that'll be something enjoyable for you guys. I think it's going to be enjoyable for me to do and participate in as well. So yeah, another question. Funniest moment on stage. Okay, do we want funniest moment on stage within my career or funniest moment on stage with Birmingham Royal Ballet? Because I have so many that I could tell you guys about. Let me know what you want to hear. I can tell you one thing that's happened when I was dancing with Houston Ballet. We were doing the Nutcracker, and if you've seen Houston Ballet's Nutcracker, there is a massive Christmas tree set piece that it moves, it expands, it grows, because as we all know, it's part of the ballet that the Christmas tree grows. And so I don't exactly know the technical terms of what happened, but some element of the tree got stuck on another element of a moving set piece, and it broke. And so all of a sudden you see Christmas tree branches falling off and ornaments rolling onto the stage. This is middle of the battle scene. I was on stage that night as one of the toy soldier dolls, because the girls in that production play the toy soldiers. And we just remember I had my helmet on. It was part of the costume, and I just remember thinking, gosh, I really need this right now, because this literally, like, the set is falling down. Nobody got hurt, but it was definitely funny. Trying to think, funny moments with BRB. There have been quite a few, actually. So, again, in Nutcracker, it's interesting because it seems that all of these instances happen in a Nutcracker. But again, this was something very interesting. I was in the party scene. I was one of the party parents, one of the party guests, and in Birmingham Royal Ballet's production, we have these gorgeous costumes. They are the heaviest thing I've ever worn, but they are like the true, authentic Victorian, Victorian Edwardian era, like, dresses, lady-in-waiting type dresses, and definitely speaking, like, I was walking one time, and my husband that night, who was my husband that night? It was Lenny, actually. It was Lenny, the guy who was on here yesterday doing one of the live talks with me. Lenny was my husband. And all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but we heard this pop in my dress. And I felt it on my lower back, like, oh gosh, a hook popped or something. And bear in mind, these are very old costumes, so this would happen like on a nightly basis. Like, everyone needed it repaired constantly. But this happened on stage. And I'm walking, and that hook is what's holding it on my waist. And so we're walking onto the stage, and finally I get to a point where there's a chair and I can sit down and kind of cover it, but then we have to begin the parents' dance, and it falls. Like, the whole petticoat, the whole underskirt, the whole bottom dress, falls to my knees. So I'm trying to hold this big heavy dress with one hand and then hold on to my husband's hand at the same time while we're doing this dance, and it was terrible. It was so terrible. It was the most awkward thing that's ever happened. I ended up having to walk off stage afterwards because it was like down to my ankles and I couldn't walk around. So it was awkward to deal with in the moment, but it was definitely the highlight of that show for me. I had a really good laugh about it afterwards, and all of my friends could not help but laugh because I had like a deflated dress and then just this massive pile of costume around me. So, speak of the devil, my editor, my James is coming on this video. Okay, we'll bring him on here. You guys are gonna meet James, the editor.
Hello.
Hi, James. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, welcome to Conversations with Allieetoile. Unfortunately, my guest today is not here. I don't know if it's a tech issue or again if he is missing somehow, but
Yeah, your mum kind of
is my
texted me
mom
and got me out
texting
of
you
bed.
too? Oh gosh,
Yeah.
that's funny. Well, for everyone who's watching now, I want to introduce you to the wonderful James Michael Hayward. He is the most
Hello.
amazingly talented guy I know. He's actually, this is true, my very first friend in life. We met when we were just months old, which is crazy. So our friendship spans 2 decades, which is it's something that it does. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's really crazy. So, yeah, for those who watch my vlogs, for those who see everything on my YouTube and website and all that fun stuff, he is the mastermind behind it all. And it's funny because I was actually just talking about you a few minutes ago and talking about how you're studying at American Musical and Dramatic Academy, and you have an
hmm
interest in performing arts and the entertainment industry, acting and comedy and all these different things. So it's amazing that, well, thank you for saving me here. I think I was just kind of talking and people are slowly getting bored of it. I don't know.
It's
And
okay.
I,
I know you can talk. It's fine.
yeah, and I was
I've
telling,
seen the vlogs.
you have seen the vlogs, yeah, you've seen
Yeah.
everything. Which, speaking of which, I'm sending you homework tonight. But basically, yeah, I was telling everyone about a new video that you have asked me to collaborate with you on, and it
hmm
is the Normal People Attempt a Ballerina's at-Home Fitness Routine Coronavirus Edition. And so it's actually interesting that I have you on here. I want to pass the mic to you and let you talk a little about yourself, who you are, what you do, what you'd like to be doing when you graduate. And then, of course, I mean, can I interview you about ballet stuff as a normal
Yeah.
person? Maybe this will be fun. Okay,
Sure.
James, the mic is
So,
yours.
all right. So, yeah, I went to, or I guess I still go to American Musical and Dramatic Academy to get a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Acting. And this was supposed to be my last semester. So that was fun, and then all this started to kick off. So we're trying to do classes online. Some of them are more successful than others. For example, my audition class, we're mostly just practicing sending in self tapes, which is fine. And I have my studio and my ring light that you can probably see because I didn't have time to put contacts in. um, but then there's other classes. For example, I was taking a class to get my stage combat skill proficiency test in rapier and dagger, which I already have one in unarmed, which would have been a lot easier for this semester. But basically, the plan was about a month, we would have a fight master come down from the American Society of Fight Directors to analyze our ability to use a rapier and dagger with a partner. And now we're preparing for that test without a rapier or dagger or a partner. So
You're
that's
creative. You'll figure it out.
yeah.
I know you.
Luckily I have an umbrella that has a sword hilt on it, so I've been using that. But the most space outside, or the most open space is outside, and so the umbrella's sort of just been blowing every which way because it's quite windy here. But yeah, it's
You're keeping yourself
been
busy.
yeah, and we were also planning on doing a showcase where the school brings in a bunch of agents and managers and stuff to see, watch us act and perform. But that's been cancelled completely. So they say in the summer we'll be able to come back after we graduate and do it again. So I'd have to get up there at like 9 a.m. wherever I'm going to be living and do that, which kind of throws a wrench in everything because I was planning on my ideal plan was to be represented going out of school, but that seems really unlikely now.
Everything happens for a reason, and there is a, and it's interesting because I talk about this on this series, how we're all displaced per se. We're all, because ballet dancers, this is a time where it's the typical audition season. And so people aren't able to put themselves out there and get a job. And then, of course, there's a big question mark as to, can I get a job? Is the socioeconomic climate going to be able to support that? So I feel for you, even though it's, your world is related but slightly different to mine. So I feel for you. But I know you well enough to know that someone's going to pick you up and love you. I want to quickly address this. Someone just wrote into me. How is it that I am an American living in England and everyone's like, they've never heard you speak on my channel before. Why do you have a British accent? Again, take it away.
So all my family's from England, and growing up I spent a lot of time at home with my mum, and I just sort of picked it up from her, and it's just sort of stuck. But the weird thing is, I've taken like 3 classes now on accents and that sort of thing. I cannot do an American accent. I think I just got it into my head that this is what I sound like.
That's your thing.
Even though like I don't really hear an American accent as much as I hear an English accent when I talk to people, which is I'm just messed up. I don't know. And then when I'm editing your vlogs, you have like certain sounds that I can pick up on that sound English. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, she sounds normal. She sounds normal. Oh, English now.
Really?
It'll happen to you. Mark my words.
Do you truly feel that way? Like it sounds different?
Yeah, like I can't think of specific, but like in the Escape from UK, Tessa called it out in one of the sounds. Was it like very? I forget the exact like phrase, but yeah, no.
Watch the vlog and look for it, you guys, and then tell me if you think it's. I don't know what that one is either. I can't.
You know what?
Really
if I feel like it, I'll put like hashtag English Allie or something at the bottom whenever you do it. I don't know if I feel like it. I have a lot of free time.
Okay. Maybe we'll have to start that. Okay, this is really interesting. People are writing in questions right now, and they want to know. Okay, James, have you ever tried ballet in your life? Have you ever had any sort of ballet training or just experience at all?
Not ballet, but at AMDA we do have to take 2 dance classes. So I learned like the soft shoe. Is Tropatiaska a thing? That it was like a New Orleans style where we like ran back and forth a bunch and went like that.
Sure.
We learned waltzes.
Okay, so like
we
ballroom.
we did ballroom dancing. And I'm sure I could have taken a ballet thing, but no.
Letting me down, James. We're gonna have to change that. No, it's okay. We'll get you there. Don't worry. I
don't know how you talked me into this workout thing.
Because.
But
no, it's gonna be.
It's too late now. You've said it live.
Yes, I'm holding you to it. This is everyone who's been watching this is gonna be witness to that. Someone sent in a really interesting question just now, and they said, for someone, okay, so we've obviously addressed the fact that you are not a ballet dancer, you don't have a formal ballet background. What do you think of Allie and her ballet career, and especially when you watch her vlogs? Is it entertaining? Like, are you somebody who enjoys the ballet now because of it, or is it still something that you're just not a huge fan of and suck it up and edit the video?
Well, I'm lucky because there's no ballet in the video because it's all copyrighted. No, but I feel like I would actually see a ballet show now, just watching the video and like getting more into it. I did watch. My parents did drag, and I literally say drag me to the Nutcracker a few times a year when I was little. So that's kind of tinged it. But...
To be fair, I think it was probably one of my like little baby shows that they probably dragged you to. I'm willing to.
No, it was
it a professional
one? Done with
Have you ever seen me
Phoenix
dance when we were
Symphony.
little though? Oh, I don't know. We did a lot when we were
I
little
mean,
kids.
I might have just blocked that from my mind.
Fair enough. I probably have too. Somebody wrote in, James, where are you from in the UK?
So my family's from the Portsmouth area, like Portsmouth, Chichester, that place. I was born in a small town just outside London called Chicago, and raised in Phoenix with
Fudge.
Allie. Yeah, so
Fun, fun. And then another interesting thing, people are actually really writing in cool stuff. I've got my like computer here. I don't know if you can see this.
yeah.
So somebody wants to know, um, James, what's the ultimate goal? Like, what would you love to be seeing yourself do in the next 3 to 5 years? Do you want to be an actor? Do you want to be like like a entertainment type personality? With all of your studies, what would you like to see your skill set formulate into?
Um, I would love to like get on a sitcom or something and just have like a steady job coming in, and then I wouldn't mind like hosting a late night show or something like that. I might just copy James Corden because we're both big men with British accents named James, because he did Gavin and Stacey, which I'm actually pitching a lot as a monologue for me because we're trying to find our type. So he did Gavin and Stacey, and now he does his own show. And
Nice.
yeah, that sounds nice, but it's kind of weird. My like ideal way I see myself when I'm like 40 is basically BoJack Horseman. It's like
Oh,
I did a show,
James.
it was pretty big, and now I just live in a big house and be depressed. But I won't be depressed because I
You
won't.
can't say that you're being depressed. This is a
No, I won't
this
be.
is a channel that inspires positivity and allows people to feel good about themselves. Come on, James, you should know this. I'm kidding. Oh gosh. Okay, another question. I think this one's interesting too. Um, what have you learned about Allie, or what is something about Allie that the world doesn't know that you know? Oh no. Okay, well, I mean, I read the question. I did choose this, so that's fine. I know
Well,
that you won't completely tear me to bits, but okay, go ahead.
yeah, it's you've made me sign the non-disclosure agreements on that stuff, so you're safe there. No, I, don't, I guess just Ali is like one of the like most positive people I've ever met. Like, because
Thanks.
like I know a lot of people in the arts and that sort of thing, and you're genuinely like one of the most positively genuine people that I know, just in general.
Heart's melting. Thanks, James. That's really sweet. I mean, yeah, I try to be as positive as I can. I mean, and not just because of the world right now with coronavirus, but I think that within the ballet world, within the arts world, what we do is it's very competitive. You know that. There's a very, very
Hmm.
small window of people who get those opportunities, and then even if you get those opportunities, who really, really make it far in their respective career fields, whether it's ballet, acting, entertainment, whatever. Um, and so, yeah, I think that it's important to stay positive and enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, because, it's a hard one at that, and it's not always guaranteed. So, yeah, I think it's important to remain in a good mindset to, of course, it not only keep yourself in a good place, but to inspire others and to be able to, at the very least, put a smile on their face. And I know half the time I do that just because I'm so awkward and crazy and funny, and well, I don't know if I'm funny, but James laughs at me. I'll get text messages when he's editing a video and he'll be like, you do realize that, like, I tried to do one of those cool, like, put your hand over the lens things and then appear in somewhere new. He's like, you do realize that when you do the one video putting your hand over the lens, you have to start the next one doing the same thing too. So, speaking with technology, I am challenged. I am 100% going to be candid. I struggle with all things that have a screen on them and or a settings button. But thankfully, that's where James comes in because he's very talented and gifted at that stuff. And hopefully it's able to provide a little bit of experience for him, or at least entertainment, because we're all kind of like twiddling our thumbs right now. But that is It's my 2 cents worth. But yeah, definitely. I mean, oh gosh, James, if you were in control of my vlog, if you were in control of the content I put out there, what is something that you would love to see? And I know that you're a funny guy and you like to do your comedy skits, can we call it? No, that sounds like stupid skit. Who calls it a skit? Is that a real term? I don't want to diminish what people call it. Like
Or like a
a
sketch comedy.
sketch. There we
Yeah.
go. If
I
you,
would.
yeah.
I just had a great idea for one that I want to write, but I haven't gotten around to it. Where it's like sort of a parody of COVID, where people are on the news watching Godzilla destroy Tokyo,
Oh gosh.
and then their roommate walks in. And it's like, guys, you can fly to Tokyo right now for like $100. Let's do it, guys. Come on, yeah. Nobody steal that. Copyright James Michael Hayward.
And allieetoile, I'll back you up on that. No, that would
But
be
I
so
can't. I
funny.
can't shoot anything because I'm all. Well, I'm not alone, but my family can't act. Like I've been doing self tapes where my mom reads the lines.
I would love to see a self tape with Sally. Oh, that would be
I'll
so
send.
fun.
I'll send you one, but
Okay, good.
it's interesting.
Someone wrote in, this is my mom again. You know that you could have just like come in here. I'm only like a room away from you. What are some of James' favorite hobbies?
I love video editing really, but like just making videos. Like, oh, this is a perfect time to plug my YouTube channel, Hazo Inc. Hazoinc. But that's something I do a lot. I used to ride my bike a lot until that got stolen in LA, so that was fun. But I don't know, just going out, walking around. Since I moved to LA, I've sort of turned into a bit of a Forrest Gump, where I'll just put a podcast on, walk from like Hollywood to what's it called, Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive, and take the bus back somewhere. But here, like up in the desert, just mostly trying to make content and editing in your stuff.
Thanks. No,
And
I've
I've
tried.
also,
I've tried. I've been learning a bit. Not nearly to the level of what you do, but you can. I'm a quick learner, you guys.
I would say if you have access to like a Mac or something and you have like a ton of free time, try and learn iMovie, because I used iMovie for like 3-4 years before I started finally making stuff that required me to use the not professional but like the Final Cut Pro software.
Advanced software,
But
yeah.
but
Interesting.
if you have a ton of free time right now, try and use iMovie. Cars,
Absolutely.
also cars. Oh my! How did I forget about the cars? No,
Oh yeah.
I also have like a membership to the Peterson Automotive Museum. I watch a ton of YouTube videos about cars. Yeah,
Nice. Well, if
I
you
do one.
if you move back to England, then you can also be my chauffeur. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I have my international driver's license. I'm just afraid to use it because, other side of the car, other side of the road, and then, the whole like automatic manual shifting thing. That was a really eye-opening thing for me. And it's interesting because it wasn't until I moved over to England and Europe area where I realized, okay, well, not Europe, England mostly, like where I realized that, okay, wow, this is how people drive, like this is how the cars are.
Oh yeah,
So it blew my mind because, of course, like growing up in the States, I've only learned one way, and that's just been it for me. So thankfully, I'm in the city center, and my means of communication require just a pair of shoes and legs. But other than that, yeah,
I
no.
haven't driven in like months because I don't have a car in LA yet. I'm looking at getting one, but I need to start driving again. My brother actually has a manual car,
Does he?
so I
Austin
need
drives a manual. Wow.
it's a Chevy Spark. If you're in the market for a car, do not buy a Chevy Spark. It's awful, especially if you're 6'3".
Oh
But
gosh.
yeah, I've driven it a few times. One time I actually just could not get it into gear, and I was at a traffic light dedicated to turning left, and I missed like 3 or 4 lights, and there were like all these cars coming behind me. So at some point, I'm like, And I literally pushed it into a car park, called my dad, and he came up in the Bolt and took the spark away because I had to go to a show and I took the Bolt to the show. But yeah, in my neighborhood, it's actually really hilly, so I'm definitely going to steal his car a lot just to learn manual
Oh
while I
gosh.
have it. Yeah.
Oh, definitely, definitely. No, it's actually, I'm sure people will be able to see where you live when we film our normal person does a ballerina's at home fitness routine. So that'll be interesting. I encourage you to get outdoors. I'm going to try and get outdoors for that as well because, you know, in pretty scenery, it's better than like four walls boxed in. So
Oh yeah.
that'll be fun. Look out for that because we've got heaps of content coming out, which is going to be exciting, hopefully, for everybody.
Hmm.
At the very least.
I'm
Look,
already scared.
don't be scared. No, it'll be fun stuff. It'll be fun stuff. And yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting because obviously a lot of the vlog material that I wanted to put out there was geared towards ballet, geared towards the
Mhm.
Birmingham Royal Ballet and performing and all those sorts of things, but that's not really going on. So I've had to be creative and think about things that I can do here. I mean, obviously, a lot of people request the more balletic content, and I'm happy to provide that or to the best of my ability right now. But I thought, you know what? While Allie the ballerina is a big part of me, it's not all of me, and I thought it'd be fun to really put some Allie the person on there. And I don't know. My family makes fun of me all the time. You make fun of me all the time, and hopefully people will
Mhm.
laugh about that in some small way. I don't know. But yeah, James, thanks for coming on here. This was fun. I was
Yeah.
definitely. I'm bummed that my special guest couldn't make it. I'm gonna try and figure out what happened there, and I'm sorry for those who tuned into this. With the hope of seeing him, I'm definitely gonna try and get him back on here and reschedule that. But
And then you were subjected to me.
I know, right? No, no, it's
Yeah.
okay. James is wonderful. And actually, I wanted to bring him on here at some point anyway because I wanted to be able to introduce someone who's a very special friend in my life and someone also who is able to help me do what I do or what I love to do and help me to be able to put it on a platform for all of you guys to be able to enjoy and be engaged with. So yeah, James, thank you so much. Of course, you know, if you guys want to learn more about James, the editor, feel free to check out his Instagram. It is at My Accent Is Real.
Mhm.
Of course, he mentioned his YouTube channel, and if you guys want to know more about him, if you click on any one of my YouTube videos in the description box below, it's got all of the different ways that you can contact him. And of course, if you guys are bored right now, if you guys are working on a project, or if you're a dancer who needs potentially help creating audition materials at this time, take advantage of his talent. James is very, very gifted. He is aware of how to make a ballet video. Um, and I obviously am able to help provide a little bit of guidance when we do those audition videos. So, yeah, this is the time. Let's all work together. Let's all stay together. And James, thanks for coming on here. This was fun.
Thanks for having
Now,
me.
now you're gonna be this. This is recording, so this is gonna be available on my YouTube for everybody. And definitely, I mean, you're gonna be editing yourself here in a couple minutes when I send this over to you. So, thank you guys so much who watched today. Thank you, James. This was really fun, and I encourage you guys all to come back and just a short 30 minutes because I have another special guest joining us today, the wonderful, beautiful Melissa Chapsky of the Dutch National Ballet, who is also going to be joining the Bayerstadt Ballet in Munich very, very soon. So with that being said, I'm going to sign out. Love to you all. Please stay healthy. And James, this was so fun. Thanks for coming on here with me. And hopefully you guys will check out all of the amazing stuff he's got on there. He's a funny guy. And if you need a laugh, go check him out.
All right. Bye. Ta-da.
All right. Bye, guys. See you soon.